The Exorcist movie is inspired by the actual 1949 exorcism of a young boy named Roland Doe Hunkler from Cottage City, Maryland. Roland House looks normal on the outside, with an all-brick exterior and white shutters framing the windows. Huge trees and neatly manicured bushes dot the yard. Roland was 13-year-old when his Aunt Harriet died, and he was so upset on Aunt's death. Harriet was a spiritualist who taught him many things, including how to use a Ouija board. In early January 1949, shortly after Harriet's death, Ronald began to experience strange things. He heard scratching sounds coming from the floors and walls of his room. Water dripped from pipes and walls. Most troubling of all was that his mattress would suddenly move. Disturbed, Ronald's family took the help of every expert they knew. The family consulted doctors, psychiatrists, and their local minister, but they were no help. The minister suggested that the family seek the assistance of the priest. Father Albert Hughes, the local Catholic priest, asked his superior's permission to perform an exorcism on the teenager in late February of 1949. The church granted Hughes' request. For the exorcism, Hughes strapped the boy to the mattress and began his recitations. But he had to stop the rite when Ronald broke off a piece of mattress spring and slashed the priest across his shoulders, leaving the exorcism unfinished. A few days later, red scratches appeared on Roland Doe. One of the scratches formed the word Louis, which indicated to Ronald's mother that the family needed to go to St. Louis, where the Hunklers had relatives, to find a way to save their son. Where they contacted two priests named Walter Halloran and William Bowdern. These two agreed to perform an exorcism on young Ronald with the help of several assistants. The exorcists witnessed scratching on the boy's body and the mattress moving violently. These were the same types of things that had happened in Maryland when the first exorcism failed. Bowdern and Halloran, according to their reports, noticed a pattern in Ronald's behavior. He was calm and normal during the day. But at night, after settling in for bed, he would exhibit strange behavior, including screaming and wild outbursts. The priests also said they saw objects mysteriously flying in the boy's presence and noted that he would react violently when he saw any sacred object presented by the attending priests. At one point during this week's, Bowdern reportedly saw an X appear in scratches on Ronald's chest, which the priest believed signified the number 10. Once, a red X appeared on Ronald's chest, leading the priests to believe he was possessed by 10 demons. The two priests never gave up as they continued the exorcism night after night. On the evening of March 20th, the exorcism reached an unhealthy new level. Ronald urinated all over his bed and began shouting and cursing at the priests. Now, Ronald's parents had had enough. They took him to Election Brothers Hospital in St. Louis for more serious treatment. Finally, on April 18th, a miracle occurred in Ronald's room at Election Brothers. It was the Monday and Ronald awoke with seizures. He yelled at the priests, saying that Satan would always be with him. The priests laid holy relics, crucifixes, medals, and rosaries on the boy. At 10:45 p.m. that evening, the attending priests called on Saint Michael to expel Satan from Ronald's body. They shouted at Satan, saying that Saint Michael would battle him for Ronald's soul. 7 minutes later, Ronald came out of his trance and said, "He's gone." Ronald Hunkler went on live a completely normal life from that moment forward. After that, his family moved back to the East Coast. He found a wife and started a family. He named his first son Michael. If Roland is still alive today, he would be in his mid-80s. Following the St. Louis exorcism, the room in Election Brothers Hospital was boarded up and sealed. The entire facility was torn down in 1978. The house where the family lived in Maryland, is now an empty lot after it was abandoned in the 1960s. The house was sold in 2005. Thank you guys. Video comes to an end. See you soon.